You've found the perfect TA job, you've hit send on your application, and then silence. No reply, no acknowledgement, nothing. If that's happened to you, you're not alone. Many brilliant TAs never hear back, not because they're not good enough, but because their application gets lost amongst all the others. And let's be honest, because not a lot of schools are not very organised. So in this video, I'll show you how to change that. We'll cover how to choose referees who will make you stand out, what to say when you ask them without awkwardness, how to write a cover email that sounds warm and professional, and how to follow up after applying in a way that gets noticed, not ignored. By the end, you'll know exactly how to add that final polish that makes schools think, we have to meet this person. But first, a reminder to ask for the free PDF that accompanies this course. Apart from direct links to each video, it also gives you bonus material not included in the videos. Just type free PDF please in the comments and I will give you the link. Okay, so choosing the right referees. Let's start with one of the most underestimated parts of your application, your references. I mean, let's face it, we all find them a bit of a pain, don't we? We filled in the application form and now we've got to fill in the references. Now, schools don't just use references to check facts, they use them to confirm their impression of you. So when you're choosing referees, think strategy, not just convenience. And it is something that you want to do as you go along, to collect your referees and to think about what each person has seen you do. So if you've volunteered or worked in a school before, always include a teacher or head teacher who's seen you support learning. If you're changing careers, choose someone who can vouch for your reliability, communication skills, ability to work in a team, etc., because they are all transferable skills. They're all needed in schools. Avoid personal friends or family because it looks unprofessional, even if they are genuinely credible. And always ask your referees before you list them. It shows courtesy and gives them time to prepare something meaningful. So here's an example of what you might say when asking someone to be your referee. So you could say, "Dear," whatever they're called, "I'm applying for a teaching assistant position at whatever school. You've seen how I describe what they've seen you do." So that could be communicate with members of the public, support learning, or safeguard a young adult, etc. So again, you've seen how I've, and choose a transferable skill. Then you write, "And I'd really value your reference. Would you be happy for me to include your name and contact details?" That's polite, confident, and it gives them context. Giving you that little script there will help you, because often it's, "Oh, how do I ask this person?" So I've given you a script there that you can use. Okay, so how to write a professional yet warm cover email. This is something that TAs often ask, because again, it's another boring thing. You've filled in the application form or you've filled in your CV, you've written your personal statement, and now they want a cover email as well. What do I put in that? So let's talk about the email that accompanies your application form and CV and personal statement. Many applicants treat it like an afterthought, but this short message is your first impression. Because if you think about it, they're not seeing, especially if you're sending something electronically, they're not seeing that first, they're seeing your email, your cover email. So think of this as your sort of digital hello. For it to be your digital hello, the first impression they get of you, it should sound warm but not casual. Be brief, 5 or 6 lines max. Highlight that you've attached your application form or your CV and personal statement, and end with gratitude and confidence. So here's an example. So in the subject line, you put application for teaching assistant role, and they often have a number, a serial number, because they might be actually advertising more than one role. So make sure you're clear about the role. And then obviously your name. And then in the main body of your email address will automatically come up, won't it? So in the main body of the email, dear head teacher's name or admin's name. Now, always check if there is a job advert, always check whether that information's been given. If not, go and check on the website of the school, find out what the head teacher's name is. Because if you don't know who it's being sent back to, head teacher's name is the important thing. Always address it to somebody, not dear sir or madam. Too generic. Address it to the head teacher. I'm writing to, and then you'd say in your email, I'm writing to apply for the teaching assistant position at their school. I've attached my application form or CV and personal statement, and I'd love the opportunity to contribute to your team's work supporting students' learning and well-being. Thank you very much for considering my application. Best wishes. Put your full name and just put your email address underneath that. So they've definitely clearly got it. That's clean, confident, and easy to read. It shows professionalism without overdoing it. Now, following up without sounding pushy. Here's where most people either panic or disappear. And I don't know how many times I've heard, TAs talk about this. They've sent the application and you're not sure what to do next. How do I know they've got it? What if I hear nothing? So, following up can make a difference if you do it with care. So a day or maybe 2 days after sending your application, send a short, polite message. Again, put the subject in the emails, in the subject, following up, teaching assistant application, the serial number if you have it. Dear head teacher's name, if that's the one you've used, or the admin's name if you've used that. I just want to check that my application for the teaching assistant role at their school was received successfully. I'm really enthusiastic about the opportunity to support children's learning at your school, and I'd be delighted to provide any further information if needed. Now that is the crucial thing. You are not emailing to say, did you get my application? You are emailing to say, if you need any further information, I would be very happy to provide it. And then just put best wishes, your name. That's it. No guilt tripping, no over explaining, just professional enthusiasm, which is exactly how schools want their support staff to communicate. So if you've ever thought, I never hear back, maybe I'm not good enough, this is your turning point. You are good enough. You just needed a way to show it, and clearly and confidently. With strong referees, a professional email tone, and the courage to follow up, you'll stand out from the crowd for all the right reasons. Because schools notice people who communicate well. And after this video, that person will be you. Now, in video 6, we will look at the confidence file. Final checks before you click send. See you there.